Yo, what's good? It's none iller. You tuned into Mogul Mined, and this is Let's Talk Music. Today, we're going to talk about whether or not your music sucks. Does it need improvement? You know, we use different words. So, first of all, let me give you some key information. You're going to think that everything you do is great because you did it. Like you, in your opinion on what you do, as you progress, it'll change when you look at your older work, of course. But your opinion on what you do is always going to be a cosign because you did it, you wrote it, you put it out. The problem with that is a lot of people do that with music that isn't that good sonically, isn't that good with content, isn't that good production wise, the whole ladder of things it takes to make a song. So what do? How do you figure this out? Well, I guess that's why I'm here. Let me help you with that. First of all, ignore your yes men. If you have people who agree with everything you say all the time, you don't need them around you. You don't need them in your circle. You need to have people, not only people who help you with your music, you critique as them as well. Also, make sure that those are the same people that you have music discussions with, because you can see where their brain is. Like if you can have an in-depth music discussion with somebody, that usually means they have an ear or can kind of tell you, at least they're a fanatic. Those are the people you want to critique your craft, your music, the songs you're working on. Also, how do people react outside your circle? When you put out a project, are you the only person that thinks it's the dopest project out? That's a problem. If you're not getting tags, comments, you don't even need to get tags. But if people aren't telling you and then telling others how good of a song, project, or video you have, chances are it's not. For instance, I remember when I first was just writing lyrics when I was horrible. I didn't realize it at first, but I started to notice. How did I notice? A lot of the songs that we were working on with my team back then and my family, like I was dope freestyling, but when it came to the pen, it was all kind of new within the rap sense. I noticed that when we were listening to music, they'd be rapping along to people's verses, rapping along to the hook. And then when my verse came on, they'd like be talking, oh yeah, that's what's up, what you got going on? Oh, you know nothing. That lets you know you aren't grabbing attention. There's something about your music that's not working, right? If you play your song randomly, play your song randomly. It don't matter if you're in a car, in someone else's car, if you got the aux cord, if you're at an event, not a big event, don't just slide a wax song to a DJ. I mean like with people around, you can grab their attention, 5, 10, however. Just randomly play your song. Don't tell people, hey, tell me what you think. Don't say, hey, this is me. Just check the reaction. If people start naturally feeling your music without automatically knowing it's you, you may have something there. If people are like, what the heck is this? And other words to say that, chances are you probably shouldn't be pushing that song, or that song just isn't that good. A lot of times what happens for artists is we do music and then we want others to automatically say it's good, or we, get upset. If you go to someone who's your friend, if you go to someone who's your family, chances are they're going to tell you it's good. The majority of them will. Some of them might even say it's your best work. Also, to co-signing this right now, if you're in a studio, and no matter what you do in the studio, what you do in the booth, and when you step out, and everyone says it was dope, it was your best work, don't have those people in the studio with you. They're not judging you right. Not saying you're not dope, but if they do it every time, ask yourself, is it right? Because artists stumble on words. Artists slur sometimes. The right energy sometimes isn't on a verse. Sometimes they set a certain word off. Sometimes the ad-lib is a little off. And there are the small percentage of people who just perfectly take it every time and do everything great. They're just the best in the world. You're not them. If you were them, we wouldn't be having this conversation, right? So, in order for you to know if you need to improve your music, you gotta check people around you, and you gotta really have a deeper conversation with yourself. If you have an artist you look up to, that should be a striving point. Like, I mean, industry artists, successful artists. Not saying you want to be them, but that's your success detector. Your song, play it. Play your song, then play their song. How's the quality? Do they match? Are they close? Is the mix similar? Do you feel bar for bar you even can be considered to have them on a feature? If not, then chances are you need to work on that. And everyone constantly needs to be improving. It's not just for the artists that's up and coming. Industry artists need to improve as well. That's what they need to keep doing. You can take any artist. Look at Drake, for instance, because everyone knows how Drake works. He started off gassing, just bars. Got signed. The bars were still there. The pen hasn't really went away. But you notice his melodic approach has increased and changed over time. It was subtle here and there. It was rapping, then transition into singing. Then it was just rapping or singing. Now he has purely singing on songs. Like, it takes time to develop as an artist. It takes progression. So you need to be asking yourself, are you doing that? And if so, how can you do that? First of all, everyone's music needs improvement. But chances are there's something that's really holding you back because you never actually take time to sit back and listen to your craft.